This is Pharaoh's Visor of dsdatabase.org, and today I am excited to unbox the OnePlus One. This is a Chinese-made Android smartphone that claims to be a flagship killer by offering great value. Put out by Cyanogen and OnePlus, this package costs $299 or $349 retail price. It comes with an AC adapter as well as the phone and accessories. What's interesting is that this phone has been in the hands of some people for as long as 2 months now, but even today it's an invite-based system, so you cannot order it without an invite from friends and family who already own a OnePlus One. So without further ado, let's open up the package and see what they're offering us for $299 or $349. I have here, of course, the $349 64 gig black Sandstone model. When you order it, you'll notice right away that it comes with two separate packages. This is the AC adapter, which is packaged separately, probably for logistics reasons. So looking at here, this is a pretty solid AC adapter. It's meant to be put sideways rather than up and down. So you can see the prongs here are meant to be plugged this way. But moving that aside, we're probably more interested with the phone itself. So let's just start opening the package here. Comes in a fairly standard brown cardboard box. Holding it this way to avoid showing my serial number, but it does seem to have this tab for you to pull out on. Fortunately, mine's hiding beneath the packaging. So let's see if I can pull this out. There we go. And just like those Amazon packages, we'll pull this open. Hopefully it'll reveal something a little nicer than that brown box. There we are. So, as I mentioned, this is a Sandstone black 64 gig model. We can pull it out here. This is a really solid feeling packaging, and it's flat. It's strange. Departure from very Apple-like packaging. We flip this open. Of course, we have the phone. But underneath, we're also getting some goodies. So we'll look at these first. Seems like this was meant to be here. This looks like the pick to get the SIM card out. And if we pull it out, we get the poker. They've added a little bit of a keychain here, so I guess if you need to keep this handy, you can keep this with your keys. There's also a very nice USB cable here. It's a flat cable. It's rubber feeling, so it's quite grippy. Also comes with an organizer, it seems. I have no clue how long that is. That's probably a meter long. Connects to micro USB on this side, and of course standard USB. This is a flat connector, so it doesn't have the full USB slot, which means that it might be prone to breaking in the future. But I'm sure we're much more interested with the actual phone. So let's move this out. There's a nice tab here for you to pull up. And let's make sure I don't drop this. Okay, so let's get a nicer look here. Okay, so the back, let's take a look at the back first. Of course, there's the OnePlus logo and Cyanogen. For those of you that don't know, Cyanogen started out as an Android mod. It had great performance and a lot of customization options, and obviously they've broken out to do bigger and better things. The back of this device is actually very gritty. Let's see if we can capture this on camera here. It's very grippy. I have no clue how Sandstone feels like, but it's gritty, it's grippy. You're not going to be able to slide this across the table. It'll probably actually hide scratches pretty well as well. From what I understand, the 16 gig model is silk white, and it's supposed to be smooth, and of course $50 cheaper. Now, if we take a look at the front, it sports a 5.5-inch screen, which is quite a bit bigger than the 5-inch that I'm used to on the HTC One M8 or the 5.1 on the S5. They've reduced the bezel to almost nothing left and right, so actually the grip on this isn't too bad. But this is a little taller than some of the other phones that we're used to. Most notably, it is taller than the M8 by about a centimeter, and the M8 was already a bit of a tall phone. If we're looking on the side, we have what appears to be volume buttons, speakers down here that are placed similar to the Nexus 5, the micro USB slot, power button is here halfway to fit your hand, and a headphone jack. I was reading the specs earlier, and I understand that it has 3 separate microphones to block out noise, so there seems to be one here, and one here, but until I break this open, one of these is probably to deal with the SIM card slot. Now, seems to be no easy way to peel this. So here. So once we peel this off, you can see that the screen is just beautiful. There's a front-facing camera here, which is 5 megapixels. This back camera is supposed to be 13 megapixels. The screen is a full HD 1920 by 1080 pixels, which equates to 401 ppi, pixels per inch. This density is slightly less than the M8 or the S5, but probably not enough for anyone to actually notice. Let's just set this up here. I won't be setting this up just yet, but there are capacitive buttons down here as well, which you can't see until I zoom in a little further. What's nice about the Cyanogen mod is that if you want to use the capacitive buttons, you're free to do so, the menus, the home, as well as the back button. But software-wise, you're also allowed to have the on-screen keys. Besides from that, the phone is actually very similar in weight to the M8 I'm used to, or the S5, closer to the M8. It's a little bit wider, it seems. It feels a tad bit narrower, probably by just a few millimeters, but it's definitely taller. So, you know, overall, it's a good grip. This grit feeling here, the overall design, it feels very nice. I will be creating another video so that once I've gotten my Google account and everything set up, I will be following up with this. But physically, this phone is quite impressive. I've seen the pictures, obviously, I've looked at the dimensions, but it feels good, and I'm looking forward to playing around with Cyanogen. So thank you so much for watching my unboxing video.